Hey, we're back. We're reading The Science of Getting Rich, remixed by Misty Barron, read to you by the author. Chapter 16, Some Cautions and Concluding Observations. Let's be blunt. No matter who's in office, no matter what the economy looks like, no matter what obstacles you face, people are getting rich using the certain way. Right now, today, in this economy, under this government, despite that boss, after that divorce. The question isn't whether wealth is possible. The question is, are you thinking and acting in alignment with it? Governments rise and fall. Wars flare and fade. Presidents strut on stage and then shuffle off. Meanwhile, every single day, people are getting rich. Not through conspiracy theories or passive complaining, but by aligning their thoughts, their words, and their actions with abundance. The hard truth is this: most obstacles that stop us aren't external, they're internal. Not the president's policy, but our belief that the policy matters more than our own creative power. Not the economy's downturn, but our rehearsal of collapse. Not the obstacle itself, but our fixation on it. Wattles pressed this point hard. Do not talk about hard times. The obstacles you fear most rarely survive the test of faith. Problems dissolve as you walk forward. Roads open as you move. Mountains shrink into speed bumps. The only way those monsters grow teeth is if you rehearse them in advance and magnify them with your attention. Modern proof. Chris Gardner, the man behind The Pursuit of Happiness, lived homeless with his young son, sleeping in subway bathrooms, rejected again and again. The government didn't save him. The system wasn't on his side, but he showed up anyway. He worked, he believed, he held fast to the certain way, even when his reality screamed otherwise. Today, he's a multimillionaire entrepreneur and philanthropist. He didn't wait for conditions to improve. He improved himself and let conditions follow. Or consider Tabitha Brown. She wasn't born into connections or money. She was broke, sick, depressed, driving Uber to scrape by. But she started making simple videos about joy and vegan cooking. She didn't have slick production or corporate backing, just her authentic, playful presence and her signature phrase, like so, like that. Millions resonated. Millions followed. Brands noticed. Today she's a household name with cookbooks, shows, and partnerships. Not because she mastered the algorithm, but because she mastered the art of increase. Her joy became her wealth. Failure reframed. This is Wattles' final warning shot. Stop saying hard times. The moment you declare them, you sever yourself from abundance. Stop living disasters before they happen. Stop feeding failure with your speech. What you call failure is usually just you settling too soon. Spirit had something better prepared, but you were too busy rehearsing the apocalypse. To call anything final failure is to forget what you learned in chapter 13. Failure is the laboratory. Spirit doesn't slam doors, it redirects. And sometimes the redirect is protection you won't understand until years later. The missed job that would have crushed you, the relationship that would have shrunk you, the contract that would have shackled you to smallness. When something falls apart, assume this: Spirit is upgrading your order. As Wattles himself said, hold the advancing thought in all circumstances. Gratitude versus complaint. I've lived this too. Remember my stolen luggage? I could have cursed the airline, cried about injustice, posted angry rants. Instead, I chose gratitude, loudly making posts declaring I was loving wearing my pink embroidered pants for 8 days straight, laughing at the ridiculous situation admiring how they matched flowers and scenery. In short order, I was reimbursed more than I'd lost. Gratitude crowned me with increase where complaint would have bankrupted me. Gratitude keeps you online with the formless substance. Complaint severs the signal. The Bible warns, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Buddhism teaches that wrong speech multiplies suffering. Islam says, speak what is just, even if it be against yourself. Hindu texts remind us that thought precedes destiny. Across traditions, the truth repeats. Complaining multiplies lack, gratitude multiplies abundance. The last caution. Here's the truth. God, spirit, divine intelligence, cosmic goo, by whatever name, is running the show. Your job is not to obsess over the darkness, but to align with the light. Complaining reproduces what you hate. Gratitude reproduces what you love. Focus is control. Complaint is surrender. So the choice is yours. Rehearse lack and become lack, or live in a certain way and multiply life. Wattles didn't give us a suggestion. He gave us a law. Think in the certain way, speak in the certain way, act in the certain way. Hold the vision of yourself in the right way, and the formless substance will bring it to pass. And if you need a phrase to anchor it, write this down and carry it with you. I live in the kingdom of increase, and nothing can keep me from my good. Say it until your bones believe it. Because here's the last caution. The only one who can stop you is you. What to do next? Catch yourself in the act. The next time you start to complain about politics, the economy, or the system, pause. Out loud say, that's not my source. My source is infinite. Then pivot to one thing working in your favor right now. Experiment with neutrality. For 24 hours, refuse to declare anything hard times. When challenges arise, describe what's happening factually. The client canceled. Not everything always falls apart. I'm tired. Not I'm always exhausted. Track how many times you catch yourself adding dramatic narrative. The practice is in the catching. Anchor your law. Write this phrase on a card or your phone lock screen. I live in the kingdom of increase, and nothing can keep me from my good. Each time fear or blame creeps in, read it until it becomes reflex. Spark query. Why is it that when I stop blaming outside forces and live in a certain way, abundance finds me no matter the circumstances? Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next week for the next chapter of The Science of Getting Rich Remixed by Misty Barron, available on Amazon. Hey, if you like this chapter, would you please like, subscribe, share with all your friends? They need to know how to get rich too. Sharing is caring.